cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to say that. Yeah, let's just start at the top with the big breaking news that came out about 3 hours ago, and that is that John Jones is going to rehab. Okay, I'm going to start at the beginning because it's weird to jump from A to B to A to B. He took a drug test, out of competition.
4th.
Yeah, December 4th, out of competition drug test. The results came in this past week. He had the main substance of cocaine in his sample, or whatever.
It was a cocaine metabolite.
Yeah, the main metabolite in cocaine, that's what they found. But they had found this out last week, and they still let him fight. Come to fight night, his pre-fight, his post-fight, whatever, he is clean. So, out of competition, cocaine is not a quote-unquote quote performance-enhancing drug. It is a drug of abuse, and it looks like he's going to be fined, but we don't know what number yet. The Nevada State Athletic Commission hasn't come out yet with that information. John Jones has released a statement via his lawyer, apologizing to everybody.
Yeah, here, let me just go ahead and read that statement for our listeners. I've got it right here.
You want to read it?
Yeah, he said,
okay.
Quote, "With the support of my family, I have entered into a drug treatment facility. I want to apologize to my fiancé, my children, as well as my mother, father, and brothers for the mistake that I made. I also want to apologize to the UFC, my coaches, my sponsors, and equally important, to my fans. I am taking this treatment program very seriously. Therefore, at this time, my family and I would appreciate privacy."
Very shocking. Didn't expect to see that today, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
We had a statement by the UFC as well, and it basically says the same thing. It says,
we support him entering rehab and taking this issue seriously, and we expect him to fight with poise and diligence.
Yeah. And Dana White has also made a statement. Do you want to read that as well?
You can read the one from Dana.
Okay. He says, "I am proud of John Jones for making the decision to enter a drug treatment facility. I'm confident that he'll emerge from this program like the champion he truly is."
Well, and he will be the champion because he's not being stripped. So all you Daniel Cormier fans getting your hopes up, dash that right now, because it's not a banned performance-enhancing drug, believe it or not, and it's out of competition. He is not losing the title. The decision is not being reversed. Cormier does not get the win. Nothing changes.
I think that's a very loose interpretation, because if he's, in a training camp, isn't he in competition? Like, he's training for a fight.
You can interpret it any way you want. I interpret it the way that the Nevada State Athletic Commission interprets it, which is that this was not on their list from the World Anti-Doping Agency policy of out-of-competition banned substances. It was a metabolite of cocaine, which means that he had to have taken cocaine, because metabolites are what things break down to when you take them. So at some point in the past, he took cocaine. We don't know how long ago he took it, and we don't know that it affected him when he fought at UFC 182.
No, absolutely. I'm just saying that, okay.
It only proves that he took cocaine at some point.
Okay. Let me spin this a different way, and maybe I'm not making my point clear enough. If I'm a professional athlete, which John Jones is he not?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If I'm in spring training, if I'm in a training camp in the NFL, and I got popped for cocaine, doesn't count, I'm in training.
Well, the policy is completely different for the NFL. If you test positive for any recreational drug and get flagged for it when they give you a random test or a regular in-season test or any kind of test, then that's a violation of the NFL's personal conduct policy.
Okay, but what about baseball?
Same thing. It's completely different. I mean, as far as I know, and you could take this all the way back to when he wrapped his Bentley around the telephone pole for drunk driving, it didn't fall under a personal conduct policy because they don't have one. And since alcohol is not a banned competitive substance, that doesn't reflect on him for wrecking his car by being a drunken idiot.
obviously you should never do drugs. I mean, that's just duh, right?
You
like
shouldn't, but cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yes, you keep saying that. But the problem I'm really having with this is, saying how he is a saint, he's a role model, he's this, he's a Christian, this and that. It's like, well, he got popped for drugs. And let me just go
that's just going to add fuel to the fire of people who believe that John Jones is a hypocrite.
Yeah, exactly. Let me just go to Twitter real quick here. There are a few fighters who have commented on this, as you can imagine. I'm going to get right to these ones here. And I'm going to start at the top, work my way down, because this is a good list, actually. Let's see what Matthew Riddle had to say. At UFC, at Dana White, you dumb bitches fire me for weed while you allow fighters to use hard drugs without zero consequences. Hashtag UFC is trash.
Well, what did you expect Matt Riddle to say? He's got sour grapes.
Nick Newell, just say no to nose clams.
Okay, I like that one a little better.
Fabricio Camose, Tooth Fairy tell me John Jones had problems with Snow White. John Alicio, UFC light heavyweight champion, a true role model. So there you go. He's not bashing him. He's just saying, role model, right?
Yeah, he's being sarcastic.
Ulysses Gomez, I'll make fun of people who take steroids, but I feel bad when I find out someone has a coke problem. Hope JBJ gets help. So not all the fighters are, on him on this.
Well, that's kind of the NSAC Dana White UFC policy about it is we're disappointed, but we're glad he's getting help.
Mm-hmm. Michael Chiesa, so cocaine isn't banned out of competition. Seems pretty fucked to me.
That's kind of the position you seem to be taking, Peter.
Yeah, exactly. Pat Barry, cocaine equals 0 fine, 0 penalty, 0 suspension, 0 fired, 0 reprimanding weed equals crucifixion, fine, fired, shunned, ostracized, ruined, ?